Hello students, yesterday we did a quick recap of what we have studied in this chapter so far, and then we studied diversity in India. We know we speak different languages, have various types of food, celebrate different festivals, practice different religions. And then I also gave you certain examples about it, like how we do many things that are similar except that we do them in different ways. Today we will learn how do we explain diversity. Now suppose you are living in Junagadh, Gujarat, and your father is transferred to Chennai. The whole family is shifting there. When you move there, you take the culture of Gujarat, and when you interact with people around you, you get certain words of their language, and there are changes also in the dishes. You may try certain dishes of that region. Same thing happened with people who traveled more than hundreds of years ago. A little more than 200 years ago, or long before the train, aeroplane, bus or car became a part of our lives, people traveled from one part of the world to another in ships, on horses, on camels or on foot. Often they went in search of new lands or new places to settle in, or for people to trade with. And because it took so long to travel there, often once they got to a place, people stayed there for a long time. Many others left their homes because there were famines and drought and they could not get enough to eat. Some went in search of work while others left because there was a war. These were the reasons why people traveled to new places. Sometimes, as they began to make their homes in new places, people began to change a little, and at other times they managed to do things in the old ways. So the languages, food, music, religions became a mix of the old and the new, and out of this intermixing of cultures came something new and different. The history of many places shows us how many different cultural influences have helped to shape life and culture there. Thus, regions became very diverse because of their unique histories. So one of the reasons for diversities is history. Another reason for diversity is the geographical area. Similarly, diversity also comes about when people adapt their lives to the geographical area in which they live. For example, living near the sea is quite different from living in a mountainous area. Not only do people have different clothing and eating habits, but even the kinds of work they do are different. In cities, it is often easy to forget how closely people's lives are tied to their physical surroundings. This is because in the city, people seldom grow their own vegetables and grain. Instead, they depend on the market to buy all the food and other goods that they need. Let us try to understand what we mean when we say that historical and geographical factors influence the diversity of region. We will take the example of Ladakh and Kerala. Kerala is a state in the southwest region of India, and Ladakh next to Jammu Kashmir in the north of India. Ladakh is a desert in the mountains in the east of Jammu and Kashmir. Very little agriculture is possible here since this region does not receive any rain and is covered in snow for a large part of the year. There are very few trees that can grow in the region. For drinking water, people depend on the melting snow during the summer months. People here keep sheep and goats. The goats in this region are special because they produce pashmina wool. This wool is prized and pashmina shawls cost a lot of money. The people in Ladakh carefully collect the wool of the goats and sell this to traders from Kashmir. Pashmina shawls are chiefly woven in Kashmir. The people eat meat and milk products like cheese and butter. Each family owns some goats, cows and dazos. Being a desert did not mean that Ladakh did not attract its share of traders. It was considered a good trade route as it had many passes through which caravans traveled to what is today called Tibet. These caravans carried textiles and spices, raw silk and carpets. Buddhism reached Tibet via Ladakh. Ladakh is also called Little Tibet. Islam was introduced in this region more than 400 years ago and there is a significant Muslim population here. Ladakh has a very rich oral tradition of songs and poems. Local versions of the Tibetan national epic like Kesar Saga are performed and sung by both Muslims and Buddhists. Kerala is a state in the southwest corner of India. It is surrounded by the sea on one side and hills on the other. A number of spices like pepper, cloves and cardamoms are grown on the hills. It is spices that made this region an attractive place for traders. Jewish and Arab traders were the first to come here. The apostle of Christ, St. Thomas, is believed to have come here nearly 2000 years ago and he is credited with bringing Christianity to India. Many Arab traders also came and settled down here. Ibn Battuta, who travelled here a little less than 700 years ago, wrote a travelogue in which he describes the lives of Muslims and says that they were a highly respected community. The Portuguese discovered the sea route to India from Europe when Vasco da Gama landed with his ship here. Because of all these various historical influences, people in Kerala practice different religions such as Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism and Buddhism. The fishing nets used here look exactly like the Chinese fishing nets and are called China wala. Even the utensils used for frying is called the China chatti and it is believed that the word Chin could have come from China. The fertile land and climate are suited to growing rice and a majority of people here eat rice, fish and vegetables. While Kerala and Ladakh are quite different in terms of their geographical features, the history of both regions has seen similar cultural influences. Both regions were influenced by Chinese and Arab traders. It was geography of Kerala which allowed for the cultivation of spices and the special geographical location of Ladakh and its wool that drew traders to these regions. Thus, history and geography are often tied in the cultural life of a region. The influence of diverse cultures is not merely a thing of the past. Our present lives are all about moving from place to place for work, and with each move, our cultural traditions and way of life slowly become part of the new place we are in. Similarly, in our own neighborhoods, we live close to people from several communities. Our daily lives are about the ways in which we do things together and hear stories about each other's lives, customs and traditions. It's just like the example that I gave you about moving from one city to another. And we know even right now in your neighbor, it's not that all the people of same community are living. There are different people and we accept or even exchange the different kinds of dish we make, or we follow their traditions sometimes. That's all for today. We'll be continuing with this chapter in the next class.